Meanwhile, Canada's BlackBerry has hit a big bump. Its total market value plunged more than 1/4 today. Shares tanked more than 27% after the smartphone maker posted an unexpected loss. Shares are down in after hours as well, as its long-promised turnaround plans look doubtful. Let's head to the Toronto Stock Exchange and get all the details with our correspondent, Kristiaan Yeo. Kristiaan, what's going on there?
Well, Michelle, hopes were so high when BlackBerry announced its new company name, its image, its new CEO, its new operating system, and of course its new handsets. Many believed that the company was on the verge of making a comeback. But today, BlackBerry faced up to some difficult truths, and that is that the BlackBerry 10 handsets just aren't turning the company's fortunes around.
Friday was a black day for BlackBerry as the phone maker reported dismal performance since the launch of its much-hyped new handsets. Around 2.7 million BlackBerry 10 models were sold in the fiscal first quarter, around 1 million fewer than expected. The Ontario-based company posted a net loss of $84 million and warned that it would not make an operating profit in the current quarter either. Markets reacted mercilessly. BlackBerry's stock fell more than 25% on Friday, wiping away the gains made so far this year. It's a huge blow for BlackBerry, which in the face of dominance by Apple and Samsung has tried to reinvent itself and carve out a new place in the market.
They've had a tougher challenge rebranding themselves and their company. Not only did they have to do it in the market, but internally they've had to set up new relationships with carriers, distribution partners. Their software and their licensing model has changed as well.
The company's also admitted defeat in the tablet market, announcing that its playbook will no longer receive an operating system update. Focus and funding is now firmly with the BlackBerry 10, but most sales, 4.1 million of them, are still for older models.
Not only did we see an uptake in larger sales on the Z10 and Q10, but we also have seen a lot of backorder situations on some of the legacy BlackBerry devices. This is an indication that companies are still buying all forms of BlackBerry.
So all is not lost for BlackBerry. Although corporate clients haven't really been enamored with the BlackBerry 10 devices, they are still keen on the older, tried and tested devices. Sadly, though, investors aren't so loyal, and they've been making their reactions heard today quite rapidly. And the days of BlackBerry stock attracting $230 per share seem to be a distant memory, Michelle.
Amazing how the titans have fallen. Now, Kristiaan, I'm a big BlackBerry loyalist, but how is the company going to hold on to the corporate customers who are really the solid base for sales?
Well, yeah, they've played for so long on the idea of being a secure service and that your data was safe with BlackBerry. Very bad timing for the company, though. In the last week or so, we've seen reports in the Guardian newspaper that the British government, possibly other governments as well, have cracked the BlackBerry servers and have been monitoring data for many years. That couldn't come at a worse time for BlackBerry with the uncertainty over the success of the newer models. Its secure reputation's now at risk as well.
That security leak, Kristiaan, when it rains, it pours now. Friday's market reaction was very severe. The shares plunged over 27% in U.S. trading. Is it indicative of the long-term fears about the company?
Well, it's hard to see BlackBerry recovering to the levels we saw in 2007. Analysts have been very much divided. In the US, analysts have been warning that it was on its way down. A bit more of a positive outlook in other areas. Just this week, RBC, the Royal Bank of Canada, said that it was expecting BlackBerry to shift more units than expected, certainly not less. It is dividing opinion here. Time will tell whether or not BlackBerry can maintain a secure and steady future. Michelle.
Okay, so there's certainly still hope. Thank you so much, Kristiaan Yeo, reporting live from the Toronto Stock Exchange.